Hi everyone, this is Pip Coleman. I just thought that I would pop in quickly and give you a little bit of info around the new moon that has just happened, and thought it would be helpful for you to see the three cards that I pulled for us, for all of us in this tribe, on my little page on Facebook. We're using the Moonology card deck from Yasmin Boland, and I saw someone had posted on Instagram 3 questions to ask around the full moon. So I thought they would be helpful, and I thought the answers, you would be curious about the answers as well. Hi Maria, nice to see you. So the first question is, what's rising up in me? So I've put the questions and the cards into the blurb, so that you can see the questions, and you could use your own deck of cards to ask the questions if you want to. But these are the 3 cards that came out for me for when I asked the question for you as my tribe, what you all needed to know and what I needed to know for this full moon. So I think you'll find it interesting. Question 1 is, what is rising up in me? Yes, it is good timing, isn't it, Maria? So this card is fantastic, the beautiful, and you can hear the crows going crazy as well, I'm sure. So this card is the beautiful Show the World the Real You card. So at this time, the What is Rising Up in Me card is answering the question of, it's time. It's time for you to show the world the real you. It's time for you to come out of the spiritual closet and start to speak to the world your true self, your true thoughts, your true feelings, to bring that integrity, that authenticity, that truth that is within you out into the world. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to come onto Facebook and start spooking yourself out there to the world, but it does mean that you need to be at least speaking that truth and showing the world the real you to yourself. So hi Kerry, hi Cheryl, nice to see you. So this card is a full moon card, but the energy of it is coming in to answer the question of what is rising up in me. So I'm sure that will resonate with a lot of you at the moment. And the new moon time is all about setting our intention. It's all about focusing on what we desire rather than on what we don't like in our lives. So really important, if you're not feeling like you are fully living your authentic life, then this card is a little reminder to speak your truth and say what you mean, instead of hiding in the shadows a little bit. It's time to step out. So that is card number 1, answering the question of what is rising up in me. I'll put a little bit more in the blurb of what's in the Moonology book as well. So I'll do that after we finish. But these are my intuitive interpretations of the cards. So the second question is the main message of this new moon. And the main message of this new moon, it's the new moon in Libra. So it's all about balance, which is interesting. But the card that has come up specifically when I asked this question was this card. And this card says, a new start is coming. So it's actually the new moon card that has come up out of this deck, which I love. So what a perfect occasion for us to get this card. Not only is this new moon coming in a time when we need to specifically tap into the balance energy of Libra, because that is the energy of this specific full moon that's happening right now, but we're also getting the answer to the main message of this full moon is it's time to start fresh. It's time to clean the slate and begin afresh. So with everything that's going on around the world, with everything that's going on in Australia and Victoria, if you're living in Victoria like I am, time for a fresh start. take that as a really important guidance for us right now, and that is to begin again, to start fresh, to start new health regimes, to begin again with our relationships, to start and do things differently in our businesses, to begin doing things differently in our economy, to start fresh completely, because this is the time to do that. It's really important that we don't go back to what it was, because that's not what this whole lesson is that we're supposed to be learning in the world at the moment. It's not about going back to how it was before. It's about creating a whole new way of working, a whole new way of working in the world, and a way of interacting with everybody around us and in other countries as well. So let's look at that from the perspective of what can you do in your space right now to start fresh. And also perfect, since we're coming into spring in Australia. We are anyway. We've just finished spring, and so we're coming into summer, and this energy is about starting a new season as well. So yes, have a look at that in terms of what's currently happening for you at the moment. Then the third question is the final outcome of this new moon. So the final outcome is a fiery climax approaches. So as you can see here, a fiery climax approaches is interesting. Hi Tammy, how you going? This card is coming to us to just let us know that as life always is, things are not going to be smooth sailing all the time. And one of the things about the full moon cards is that they remind us that big emotions are going to be happening. There's going to be lots of energy in terms of, people feeling really highly emotional, highly sensitive. And this is the outcome of this new moon is that obviously if you show the world the real you, which was the first card, show the world the real you, then you begin again and you start doing things in a new way, then obviously there's going to be high emotion. There's going to be a climax that's going to happen, and you might have some people in your space, if you take those steps, who push back on you doing these things in a new way, on doing your emotions in a new way, on doing your relationships in a new way. Maybe your authentic you, your real you, says, I don't need people around me who don't make me feel good. So maybe you're actually going to start changing the way that you interact with people, and maybe some people are not going to be spending time with you anymore. You're actually going to spend more time looking after yourself. Obviously, that's going to bring in some people who might not enjoy that. That means some people are going to feel quite emotional about that, and you might as well. And when we're changing things in our lives, we do tend to feel quite emotional about those changes, because change shifts our perspective and it helps us to grow. So this is a time of big growth, and anytime we have a period of time where we've got big growth, we're going to have that space of high emotions. So be aware that that's what's coming for you in the next, few weeks, and trust that there is going to be, it says climax, it said that things are going to be coming to a climax. So that means that it's going to come to an end, and then you're going to start another new cycle. So that's okay. That is actually okay. And thank you, Maria. I'm glad it resonates with you. It is amazing. I was really surprised at those cards coming out. And Tammy, that's fantastic. You've just decided to step away from someone. So, look, our eyes are being opened at the moment. Our eyes are being opened to lots of different things, and there is lots of truths being coming out in the world. So be open to all different messages at the moment. Don't just listen to the mainstream media. Make sure that you keep your mind open, your heart open, and make sure that you listen to your own intuition. I think that's one of the things that's most important. Your heart, your intuition, you have great instincts. As humans, we've been, born with amazing instincts, and it's really important that we trust those instincts and not just follow blindly what is being said in the mainstream media. That's not to say that we don't respect other people. It's really important that we take care of ourselves, that we take care of each other, and that we look after each other in the best possible way that we can. But it's also important not to just be sheep as well. So I hope, and that's interesting that I just said that, because on this moon there is a sheep, the sign of Aries, which is the main outcome. So there you go. I hope that was helpful to you folks, and it's lovely to touch base with you, and I'm glad that I could do this new moon reading for you today. If you have any questions, if you would like to book in a longer reading for yourself, feel free to book into the link that I've put underneath this video. I'd be happy to do a longer reading for you. There's lots of different options there available. And as the crows say their goodbyes, have a good night. Enjoy this energy that's coming in. It's going to be a doozy. Enjoy. See you soon, and bye for now.